Hello, everybody. This is Dr. Shaniva, earlier craft doctor, and I'm here with the last bit of my craft day haul from March, the craft day. So I already opened it because, of course, I have done this video 2, 3 times because every time I get started with it, something happens. So I'm doing it again. I remember the days when I used to just go on live and do it, but it's just so hard to do that right now. So let's get started. So the first thing is these. Um, this is the Anna Griffin collapsible bird cage, and these dies are just the cutest ever to do a quick, simple card with. And so this is the inspiration for it. And when you die cut it, and it folds flat. But look how cute that is. And this was the die that I told you that I wanted to wait for to do the inside of this gatefold. Because if you look at this, that is it has the same clean lines and stuff as the gate. And so this is just a blank piece. I just did a backer, and I'm going to just cut a card stock to go with this and then decorate the front of this, and this will be on the inside. So when I do the collapsible bird cage, I'll do this with it. So I thought that was so beautiful, and so I've been waiting for this to come. Okay, and it's really easy to put together. You're just cutting out the 2 panels and you're just sliding them in. If you can see, you're just sliding them into the notches. And so I will do this, and so you can see it when I do the card for that. Okay, so that's this. This is that new Baroque die set, and I wasn't gonna buy this one because it came with an auto ship, but then I was full set syndrome is dangerous because we have so many of these kinds of things already. I do. She has a lot of frame-ish dies or whatever, and that's what this is. It's just another frame die. Oops, I just tore the paper. It's just another frame die you can do for layers, but this is an auto ship also. So this will be an auto ship of different. I don't know if they're all going to be a Baroque style, but it's just concentric frames. And it has the outer, so you can do matte layers, and then this cuts itself. This cuts out by itself, and then all of these other things. But what I want to do is get some paper. I want to get some pearlescent paper and see how this really cuts. I have paper over here to my side. I have glitter paper and I have pearlescent paper. And so, come out of there. Okay. Ooh, stacked on top of each other. So let's see if this will fit. I think I might just be able to, yeah, I can get that on this piece. Just so we can see what it looks like when it's die cut out. How it's really going to look. Because it's really beautiful. And I just want to see how it's really going to look in person. So I'm just going to take this. What is that? Oh. And I'm going to put it right here, because no matter what, these glossier papers seem to be the most prettiest. We can do it on plain paper a lot, but it's the glossy paper that really brings out the texture and the finish for a lot of these trying to find all of my plates. They're underneath my die cutting machine. So it's really the fact that these are the shiny textures that really show through when you make these, or cut these out rather. So what I'm doing is I'm turning it kind of sideways just so it will fit on here. Okay, so we got like this. Does it fit? It just barely fits. So we're gonna pop this baby on my iPad. I want that to fall. Okay. I'm just gonna pop this inside of my die cutting machine so we can see what it looks like. When we pull this off. Okay, so it cut really good. Okay, so that's a plus. And wow, look at that. Look how pretty that is. That is really pretty. Okay, so I'm gonna put this back on here because it cut the outer edge out, but it didn't cut the inner edge out. And that's mainly because I really need new plates, and I know I do. So I'm going to put this on my bigger plate system so it can cut out the pieces. So I'm just going to put this back in there, and then I want that, I'm going to cut the center out too. So I'll take this piece and I'll pop this in here to cut the middle out. Did I put that the right direction? I guess it really doesn't matter. Oh yes, it do matter. It is directional. So when you put this in, it is directional, and you have to remember that it is directional when you cut this piece out. Okay, so then I'm just going to pop this in and put this in here and die cut this. It's in the way of my cord was in the way. I keep like I tell you all the time, I keep my die cutting machine right on the right of me. This one, because I have several, I keep it here on a swivel, on that Totally Tiffany swivel thing, just so it can turn. Oh my goodness, this is beautiful. So this did cut this out. Okay, so look at this piece. And I thought that these, maybe they just didn't, no, this is supposed to cut out, I think. Oh, I'm silly. Y'all don't listen to me. I thought these cut out. That's why I cut it again, because I thought these cut out, but they don't cut out. They're embossed. You emboss. But look how beautiful that really embossed this piece. So, because they really don't need to cut out because it's really a frame. But look how beautiful that. You see all of that texture? And I didn't even emboss that. I just ran it through twice. So that is going to be a cute frame for a card. And so I'll keep it inside. I'll keep it inside the envelope so it can stay together. And then when you use that inner piece to cut it out, you end up with this piece here that you can use. So I'll keep all of this together so that we can put it on something. Because no matter what you're doing, when you have those little bitty extra pieces, you can find something for them. Even if it's nothing but a backer to some words or something, you can find something to do with it. I'm like, why is this on here? Won't let go. Duh, I got it stuck onto the magnet. Help me, help me, help me. Okay, so that's that part. So let me move all my plates and stuff out the way. And I do need can anybody tell me, can we buy just the, like, my glass plate parts are not broken or nothing. It's just my magnetic one. Can we buy a magnetic piece and not buy the rest? Or do we have to buy all of it? Which probably would be a good idea to buy all of it so I can have another full set. But I'm just cheap. Frugal, as my mother would say. Okay, and then last but not least is this diamond press auto ship. This was the auto ship from last year, early last year, sometime last year. And what it makes is these bags, the cutest bags ever. All of them have, every one of them have a different type of bag and different size, different sides. That's what I'm saying, side. And so you cut out 2 of these, and you cut out 2 of these, and then you glue them together and they make a bag. And so these, I'll do a video. I was going to do a video series on these tonic bags. I mean, tonic. These, I'm waiting for a tonic order that I ordered that was too expensive, but I really wanted it. VNA is an enabler. These diamond press bags come together really nice for events or like presents, and they're little boxes, and this one has the little hole right here, so then you can use a ribbon or something to close it, and it makes something like that. It reminds you kind of like a bucket bag or a popcorn bag with the hole. If it didn't have a hole, it reminds you kind of a popcorn shape. But I'll do this one also, and then it has the flowers to go on it. I really, this is what the flowers and stuff look like. Diamond Press always has some good extras, flowers and stuff, but they always look so kiddish to me that I really don't use them that often. But I think that's only because Anna Griffin's look so real that I never really use anybody else's on anything. I never even take these off the grids because hers just looks so realistic. But I wanted to show you this big thank you. That is really nice. This is, I want to give you a big thank you, many thanks. These all say something. Many thanks. And of course I can't read this. Thanks for coming. Thanks for everything. Thanks a bunch. Thanks a million. Thanks for being my friend. Thanks so very much. And then it's got these little twinklies, which is super cute. Don't slip on the twinklies. Like, don't slip on these twinklies because it can just add just something. Just something. Excuse me for reaching above my head. But it just, they just add something. All it is a little bit of that. That's all it is, even though it's smushed. Make sure when you pressing, don't press. You see how it's all smushy? Just go in. Oh, I can't do it on here anyway because it's slippery. That's another reason why that paper's slippery. Don't press too hard. Okay, how come I can't get this to work? There we go. See? Just a little twinkly. Just something in that one corner that needs something. That's what this is. So don't sleep on the little twinkly parts because sometimes you need that, just that little bit of something somewhere to fill in that corner. And so that's what this is for. Little twinklies. What is what I call it. Just the little twinklies. And then look at this. See those? To give you some expression of boldness is what that is doing. So that is the diamond press bags. This is garbage. This is the diamond press bag, and I'm not sure how many more of this this is, because I've been getting them for a while and I have a collection of them, but I think it was like a year and a half that we got this auto ship, so it might go into the end of the year, because I think it was a year and a half. I really don't remember. And then don't forget, we always get this little piece. This is for Diamond Press to cut out the your long pieces. Okay, so then this is another thing that I wanted to show you. Do y'all know what this is right here? This is a, you hear that? It's to blow air on when you're making the paper. And I can't remember if I did it in the last video or if I did it in this video, but I was showing y'all all of my papers that I made on vellum. And then I came across my Yupo paper, which is what most people use. I came across this packet of Yupo paper. Either I bought this Yupo paper online at Amazon, or I bought it from what do you call that place? Dick Blick's store. One of the two. One of the two is where I bought that. I'm not sure. But what I ended up doing with this, which I'll use with the kit when I do the demonstration of that Crafter's Companion kit, is I made paper like this. And see how it has the sails and stuff? This is Yupo paper. And Yupo paper is just the plastic paper. And so I made that. And I used alcohol pens. Okay? So I used an alcohol pen and I used my heat gun to do it. Right? So this is how I did it. The thing that you need to really know is try to use dark colors. You want to use dark colors because once you add that alcohol, once you add the alcohol on it, you need those dark colors because they'll be light. Okay, I want to use one more color, and I really want to use this blue. Nope, you know what? I'll use a dark green. They're gonna turn pastel-y, right? That's what's gonna happen. They're gonna turn pastel-y when you use dark colors to do this. Okay, so I'm just using my alcohol ink, my Copic markers. This is my Copic markers to do this. Okay, and then I'm gonna do this here because I don't own any alcohol inks. I thought I did, but I don't. I own Stampin' Up inks to refill the ink pads, which I thought was alcohol inks, but they're not. They're stamp pad inks, and you can't do this with that. Which I thought, but no, I was wrong. You have to have the ink that fills up the pens. Okay, and so then I have this spray bottle, which is too big, but it will work. This has, and I'm gonna tell you a secret, and most people probably won't know this. This is 99% alcohol, which is the best alcohol to use. Don't shop around for this. Go to your beauty supply store. If you're a nail tech, you can get 99% alcohol from the nail suppliers, the major suppliers. That is where we find 99%. Not at Walgreens, not at Family Dollar, not at Publix, none of them. Go to the beauty supply store because nail techs need 99%. Secret. Telling you the secret. Why? How do I know? I'm a licensed nail tech. That's how I know. Okay, so look. Spray, spray, spray. I'm doing it up high because I need that movement. And then you take this bubbly thing and move it. You just squeeze to move it. You squeeze to move it. See, that's how you move it with this Let me see if I can get this to move. There we go. See, it's moving. The problem is I probably let this green, I let these colors get dry. Let me see if this is how it works. See. And you don't want to do too much because you don't want it to get, see how I made brown? But that's how you move it. That's what this little bubbly thing is for. Is to move your ink around. So this one didn't turn out as good as the one that I did before. Oops. Paper towel. Always have you some paper towel so you can soak up. And then if you don't like it, you should be able to wipe off. You know what? Okay, Shaniva. The reason why I'm so silly. The reason why this didn't work is because that's not Yupo paper. That's paper. Yeah. No wonder it didn't work. That's regular paper. I'm like, how come this didn't work and it worked all the other times? Because it's not the right paper. I'm like, how come this thing ain't pushing? Here, stay there. Okay. I'm just going to cut off a small. Five and a half. About 4 1/4. Okay. I'm about to say, why didn't this work? It didn't work because I was using the wrong paper. I wasn't using Yupo paper. I was using regular paper. So let's see. Now this should work. I'm just going to take 2 colors since this is so small. Let's do these 2. And let's see. And it doesn't matter. It shouldn't matter. It's all, both of it the same on both sides. Okay. And then this one on this side. I have a fan above my head too, which is making it dry quicker. And then this is supposed to push it. See how it's pushing it? And if I had some real alcohol ink, this would work even better. But you see how it's pushing it? That's what this little ball thing is for. Is to push it as opposed to this. See how it's really pushing it? But it's blowing it. Using this helps it dry though. But it's moving it so fast that it'll just move the design. And so I really liked using, and so I can dry this now. I really like using the vellum more than the Yupo paper myself, but that's just me. But see, I just made a design on this Yupo paper. Also be careful when you're drying it, because did you see how it warped? See how it's warping? It's warping because this is a plastic substrate and it will melt. If you keep it on too long, it'll melt. So be careful that you don't melt it. Always keep it moving. Okay? So this little piece right here can go on a card. But I want to show you something else, and I'm hoping I can pull it up on this iPad because I did it on another iPad. I did it on my other iPad. But I'm hoping I can pull it up. If not, I'll go upstairs and get the iPad that I did it on. I created it on. What the? Okay, let me see if I can find it. Okay. It's not even, the program is not even on this iPad. This is my downstairs iPad. Hold on. Okay, sorry about that. Pause on and off. This is my iPad, and I want to show you what I did last night. I made my own paper on my iPad. So this is a app called Procreate. It's a drawing app, and this is what everybody uses to draw with digitally. Not everybody, okay? Don't get hung up on words. A lot of people who draw in digital, they'll use Procreate or some app like it to draw. And so that is what that's what how I made some digital paper, and it's 12 by 12. Look, you want to see something I drew? Look, I did that, and I can't even paint. I followed Art by Flo, and this was one of her designs, and I followed it in the gallery. That one and this one was something I did the other night, and so I followed her direction. And she has a YouTube channel. It's called Art by Flo, Flo, and she teaches you step by step per layer how to do this. But what I'm finna do is I'm gonna show you how to make some paper on this iPad. So then if you ever get stuck for colors, as long as you know the colors you want to use, like these are her free palettes. As long as you know what colors you want to use for your paper, you can create your own paper like this type of stuff. Marble. If you need, if you're doing a Halloween scene, let me see if I can find it. Yeah. If you're doing like a Halloween scene and you need some browns, and Home Sweet Home is what it's called. You go in there and you get a brush, and I'm going to go to, painting, and I'm going to use gouache. Okay. And I'm just going to there's my brush. Okay, you see that coming up? You know what I need to do? I need darker. It needs to be darker. Remember I said you need to use dark? Okay. Gouache brush. The gouache brush, this is what it looks like. And then we're going to put the gouache on here. And as you go over it, it will get darker, right? As you use it, the more pressure you put, you see how dark that's getting? So even if you pick the light color, if you pick a dark one and you press hard, you can get dark colors, right? And then I'm going to go to this lighter color, and I'm gonna put this right here in the middle. And so say I need something for a Halloween something, I'm gonna do a lighter color. Say I need something for a Halloween design or a fall design, right? Then you go over to the wrench. You go to, no, not the wrench. You go to this magic wand, and you go down here to Liquify. And I'm just giving you some quick pointers. And then we're going to push these around to make our own marble paper, okay? So all I'm going to do is push. I'm going to push. I'm going to push. All I'm doing is push. And if you want some extra distortions and stuff, you just push. And this is called Liquify. This is called, Liquify. I'm going to move it a little bit because my brush is pushing it. See, it's just pushing it to make it what I want it to be. You just push it. And so then say you want a little bit more. I'm going to twirl to the right. You tap this and this hold. And you see how it's twirling to the right? To get some more mixture of these colors, twirling to the right. You can do that, and you can twirl to the left. You see that? And it just push. Liquify is liquefying the colors to make them move. And you can buy brushes that will do this, to help you do this. and I'm just pushing. And if you need to adjust stuff, you can. And if you need to make and expand, this one, I don't know exactly what crystals mean, but I'm thinking, I would think that it would add some crystal tones to it, but it don't seem to be doing anything. But I know pushing will send it different ways. See how it's just, I just made my own paper for my design, right? And you have to make sure your pixels are on. I'm going to pinch. You can pinch it together. You see how it's sucking in? It's sucking it. I just wanted to bring some of this color around. Okay, so now you got some paper, right? So then if you pick up another brush, I'm going to pick up a brush called from Elements, and it's water. Okay? That's what the water look like. And right here, I'm just going to tap in my brush. And if I tap, it puts, you see how it's putting these little bitty, it's putting these watermarks. Let me up my size. You see how it's putting it there? It's giving it some texture. And I'm just putting it in the brown so the brown won't be so just brown. You see how it's just putting it there? It's giving it some texture. See that? Okay. And then I'll go back to painting. I'll go back to my, was I in paint? No, I was in airbrush. I'll go back to my gouache. Where was my gouache brush, y'all? Textures. This is why Elements. Nope. Calligraphy, no. Airbrushing. I don't know where where my brush was. Not the luminous. Industrial. I don't know where my brush was. Let's peel up recent, and it'll take me back to my gouache brush. Okay. And then I'm going back to that little magic wand. I'm going back to Liquify, and then I'll push to get some of the water to be movable. Okay. And so now I just created my own paper for my winter scene, for my holiday thing. It looked a little spooky brown. And then you press gallery. And now it's in your gallery. And so you can pick this up anytime you want. And then once you're done with that, you can push export. First you got to do is, you got to push select the one you want, then share, and then you share it as a JPEG, you share it as a PDF, but this, like, I'll share it as a JPEG, and then I'll export it by printing it. And so that is my printed out version of this design. So you can print your own paper, and all I have to do is change it and send it to my printer that's a 12 by 12, because I have a 12 by 12 Canon, the craft printer, and it prints a 12 by 12 sheet of paper without borders. Like, I don't have those borders on the side with this printer. I got it from HSN. And it don't have the borders on the side. And so that's how you can make your own paper digitally if you want to. This is another one of my designs I did. Oh, I got to get out of that. I did that. I stamped it with the Stampscape stamps, and then I uploaded it to Procreate, and I colored it in with this. And also Procreate automatically makes a time lapse for you. So if you need to if you want to view it, I can do a exported time lapse, and let's do the 30-second one. So I'm exporting it to do the 30-second time lapse. That's how most people who use this digital program, if you see that one of their videos, I'm gonna save it. I want to save it to my camera roll. So I can get it right away, so I can show you. Okay, let's save it to my OneDrive. Upload it to my OneDrive. So it's uploading right now to my OneDrive, the 30-second clip. And so a lot of people do it this way, so then they don't have to do anything but upload it to YouTube or wherever they want to upload it to. The program automatically does the 30-second clip. And all it does is, oh, it's uploading. Yeah, it's uploading. Okay, so I'm about to cancel that because, oh, it did. Play video. And then you just, wherever you saved it at is where you go get it, okay? I'm lifting this up because I don't want you to see all my files that I have in here. I'm gonna go to here and I'm gonna go to recent on my iPad. And there is my artwork. And if you play the video, it's going to play it as it colors. And so many people use this in their 30-second YouTube video. When they do the pre-video, this is what they use. This is the full length one. This is not the 30-second one, but this is the full length one. But it'll show you everything that you did to get to the final production. So see, you can see everything that's going on. Like you can see how my trees is getting colored in, how my sky got colored in, and how everything worked. See, it's colored in the ground and all of that for me. Well, not for me. I did it, but it's automatic time lapse. So I just really wanted to show y'all all this because this is kind of stuff that no one tells you. Like, yeah, do this time lapse, or you see somebody that uploaded this video and had a time lapse first and then had this, but no one wants to give away the secret on how they did it. This is how they do it. A lot of them just upload it, or wherever they draw it from, they use their software or a specific software, but they never tell you how. They tell you they did it, but they never tell you how they did it. So I just really wanted to tell you how they did it. So this is just some the Stampscapes, and I did get permission. I did not do anything. I have no affiliate with Kevin, except the fact that I did get permission to reproduce these for my nonprofit, because these is one of the designs that I'll be selling for my nonprofit. So I do have permission to use this. Plus I have the stamps. I buy all of his, I think I almost have his whole collection because he is fabulous. If you want to see this, go on Stampscapes. He has a Stampscapes.com, but he has a YouTube channel, Stampscape. I think 101 is the name of his YouTube channel. And his name is Kevin, but I don't know how to pronounce your last name. I'm sorry, Kevin. But this is the stamps, these beautiful stamps, and you don't have to mask with them. And he showed you how to literally color them with paper towel, because the brush that we were using to color no longer is being produced. Even though before they got discontinued, I think I bought 200 of them or something, because the little pad got discontinued. But thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you so much, and I will see you all in the next one.